The slave market of Zeta. 7 reeked of desperation and ozone. Ava walked through the cramped corridors with practiced indifference, her worn jacket concealing the pulse pistol at her hip. She wasn't here for trouble, just supplies and information. But the galaxy had a way of finding humans, even when they wanted to be left alone. Fresh stock, warrior breeds, pleasure models. The Crithian slaver's voice grated against her ears as she passed his stall. Ava kept walking, her jaw tight. She'd seen enough of the galaxy's darkness to know that stopping wouldn't help anyone. One human couldn't change an entire system. Human. The word cut through the market's noise like a blade. Ava froze. That voice, deep, resonant, proud despite the chains, made her turn against her better judgment. In the reinforced containment field stood a creature from legend. Nearly 8 feet tall, with scales that shimmered between crimson and gold, wings folded tight against her back, and eyes that burned with ancient fire. A Draconix, the dragon warriors of the Andromeda Expanse, being so rare that most species considered them myth. Please, the Draconix said, and the word seemed to cost her everything. Buy us, human. Us. Ava's gaze shifted to the smaller figure behind the warrior, a male Draconix, younger, his scales a deeper red, one wing bent at an unnatural angle. Her brother, perhaps, or her mate. 500,000 credits for the pair, the Crithian slaver announced, scuttling forward on 6 legs. Magnificent specimens. The female alone could. Shut up, Ava said quietly. The slaver's mandibles clicked nervously. Humans had a reputation, and not all of it was pleasant. She stepped closer to the field, studying the dragon warrior's face. Pride warred with desperation there, and something else, calculation. This was no broken slave begging for mercy. This was a warrior making a tactical decision. Why me? Ava asked. Why a human? The Draconix's eyes narrowed. Because your kind does not keep slaves. Because you are known to the galaxy as the species that breaks chains instead of forging them. Because, her voice dropped to barely a whisper, we have nowhere else to turn. Ava's hand instinctively went to her credit chip. 500,000. That was her ship's repair fund, her emergency reserves, and her ticket to a quiet retirement on some outer rim world where the wars hadn't reached yet. Ava. Her comm crackled. Ava, where the hell are you? We've got the deuterium loaded. Let's get off this rock. Aiden. Her partner, her crew, her conscience when she forgot she had won. He'd never forgive her for this. Hell, she'd never forgive herself. The male is injured, Ava said, ignoring her comm. Nothing permanent, the slaver insisted. Wing will heal. Perhaps. Still valuable for breeding. Ava's pistol was in her hand before the Crithian finished the sentence. I said shut up. The market went silent. Weapons appeared in dozens of hands, but no one moved. Humans were uncommon this far from Sol, but their reputation preceded them. Aggressive, irrational, absurdly protective, violently opposed to slavery. For 100,000, Ava said. Final offer. You cannot. She cocked the pistol. 300,000. Keep talking, and it'll be 2. The slaver's mandibles trembled. Sold. You bought dragons. Aiden stared at Ava across the cargo bay of their ship, the Wandering Star. We eat protein paste for dinner, and you bought dragons? Draconix. The female warrior corrected, standing to her full height despite the low ceiling. The term dragon is diminutive. Aiden ran his hands through his dark hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Let me rephrase. Ava spent our entire emergency fund on Draconix. His wing needs medical attention, Ava said, gesturing to the male, who sat quietly in the corner, watching them with intelligent golden eyes. And I need nothing, the female interrupted. I am Sereth, first blade of the Crimson Flight. This is Kale, my brother. We require only transport to the Veil Nebula. Once there, you will be compensated. Aiden laughed bitterly. The Veil Nebula is controlled by the Sovereign Collective. There's a human shoot-on-site order there. We can't. I will fly us through, Sereth said simply. Ava and Aiden exchanged glances. The Veil Nebula was a graveyard of ships, its navigation hazards legendary. But a Draconix, with their natural ability to sense gravitational anomalies and radiation patterns. Why were you enslaved? Ava asked quietly. Sereth's scales rippled, a sign of emotion. The collective destroyed our flight. Killed our kin. took us because they wanted to break the legend. They wanted the galaxy to see that even the Draconics could be caged. Her eyes met Ava's. They did not account for humans. We're not heroes, Aiden said, but his voice had softened. No, Sereth agreed. You are something the collective fears more. You are free people who refuse to let others remain in chains. You are unpredictable, irrational. You help when logic says you should not. Kale spoke for the first time, his voice rough. In our language, we have a word for your species. Kretvie. It means those who break the world to remake it better. Ava felt something tight in her chest loosen. She'd spent 5 years running from the Terran Defense Force, from the wars, from the responsibility of being human in a galaxy that expected either violence or salvation from Earth's children. She'd wanted quiet, peace, anonymity, but maybe some things were worth breaking the world for. Aiden, she said, set course for the Veil Nebula. Her partner sighed, but he was already moving to the cockpit. For the record, this is insane. For the record, Ava replied with a small smile. That's very human of us. Sereth's expression, hard to read on draconic features, seemed to soften. You will not regret this, Ava of Earth. I already regret it, Ava said honestly. But I'll do it anyway. That's what humans do. Yindi,